HarperCollins presents Without Prejudice by Tidjane Thiam, read by Ben Onwukwe. Introduction. The 23rd of December 2023. It is 2 a.m. in Yamoussoukro, the capital of Ivory Coast. I have just been elected president of the second oldest political party in Africa, the PDCI-RDA, with support from 96.5% of the 4,000 delegates attending the party's congress. The speech-making is over. I spent hours thanking my supporters individually, shaking hands and posing for selfies. In the enormous conference hall of the Foundation Houphouët-Boigny, workers are tidying up. The last of the party members, conversations and celebratory drinks finished, are climbing into buses and heading to their hotels. I sit in the front row of the governor's room, feeling stunned by the significance of what I have just achieved. After a tough campaign, I reflect on the strange circularity of my journey, the echoes of the past growing louder and the longer I rest, upright in an orange chair. Yamoussoukro is named after a direct ancestor, Yamousso, Chromien's town. So this is literally Yamousso's town. This is our family's hometown. The Democratic Party of Ivory Coast, African Democratic Rally, PDCI-RDA, was founded in 1946 by Félix Houphouët-Boigny, my great-uncle, independence leader and the first president of Ivory Coast. He's buried nearby, as are my great-grandmother, my grandmother, and my mother. My father was jailed a few miles away. I'd been to pray at Houphouët-Boigny's tomb earlier in the day to pay my respects. I murmured to him that I was running for his job and asking for his blessing. A deep sense of gratitude coursed through me as I remembered the scene. Thanks, I thought, a smile breaking out spontaneously on my lips. Just a week before, this moment of triumph looked as if it might elude me. We had initially organized the Congress in the commercial capital, Abidjan, booking the city's biggest hotel for delegates. The catering and transport had been paid for in advance. Around 6,000 to 7,000 people were expected. But on the eve of the event, as party members arrived from all corners of the country, a judge issued an order suspending the party meeting. At a hearing without our lawyers present, a judge heard complaints from 2 party members out of 6,800 delegates who said they had been illegally excluded from the ballot. When we asked why we were not called as witnesses, court officials said they were unable to contact the party. This would be like a court in Washington, D.C. suspending the Democratic Party convention and claiming it was impossible to contact a Democrat Party official. I learned about the decision at around 2 in the morning. A sympathetic senior police officer called my sister to tell her that the police had received an order to prevent the Congress by whatever means necessary. That meant possibly using live ammunition. Soon afterwards, party delegates began ringing me. A large police force traveling in around 40 buses had arrived and were confiscating sound equipment, banners, and party merchandise. Several things were immediately clear to me. The Congress would not take place. And this was a provocation. The court decision was intended to create disorder. When you spend a lifetime observing African politics, you're prepared for these moments. Under Alassane Ouattara, president of Ivory Coast since 2011, the country has slid progressively into authoritarianism. In such regimes, leaders do not crudely arrest or imprison their political opponents. They maintain a surfeit of democratic legitimacy. They use the court system and push their opponents deliberately outside the law.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?